Could be 2 weeks before I can fit you in. I'm sorry. I'll put you on the list for cancellation, okay? All right. Okay, bye. Bye.
They're hassling you before you even get to work.
Pauline, one of me regulars. She's been using box dyes. Now she looks like that fella from The Cure.
Will you charge her more to fix it?
Are you joking? She's traumatised enough as it is. I told her I'd have her good as new.
Well, aren't you lucky I moved home before the shutdown? Keep you on your game.
My banter for that. He's gone very particular since he started helping out with the rounds.
He was always fond of himself.
Between doing deliveries and supervising the sorting office, he's working so hard.
Bit of a shock for him, all right.
You've no sympathy. I'm not answering that.
If people are that desperate, maybe you should do something to tide them over.
Like what?
Online hair tutorial. Tips and tricks until they can get a slot.
That's not a bad idea. Don't forget we're having quiz night tonight.
Again?
By your dad. He's loved having us all together for the last few months. Spoil him a bit.
Go on, see ya.
See ya.
Not now. I've got quotes coming in from new suppliers, so if you're looking for your job back, you're gonna have to wait.
I'm not.
Hold on. Look, I was thinking, you know. That stuff you said about Ruth. Maybe smartphone wasn't the best idea.
It's a crap idea.
Yeah, well, the shop changed it for one that only makes calls in and out, you know, so. Ruth wasn't too happy with me.
And what about the stuff she's been hyping herself up over? You know, the bunker building with the food.
Yeah, we should put all that back.
Look, you need to listen. She's not doing well.
And I've had a word with her. And I told her, you know...
It's more than that. She needs help.
Callum.
The kid is in survival mode.
Why are you building this up to something that's not? All this, you know, worst-case scenario going on in her head. It's just a phase.
Says the guy who's freaking out like the world is going to end because he can't get a delivery of tomatoes.
Oh, right, so it's my fault now, is it?
She's picking it up from somewhere.
It's tough. And she's that way because I brought her up to be that way, all right? So why don't you toddle back to your little safe space and let us get on with things, yeah?
She. It's like I've never been away.
I'm still smiling. Oh? Yeah. You letting me think you were taking me to the Marion Hotel for a fancy night out.
I'm sorry.
And then we end up on Bull Island in all our finery.
I don't recall you being that excited at the time.
Ah, yeah. But the moon, Bob. And the sand between our toes. And then the bag of chips afterwards. Even Ellie thought it was romantic.
And then afterwards she said, oh, that's too much information.
I think it's a wonderful idea that we keep surprising each other. Have you anything else up your sleeve?
Not a thing, Ren.
You've been very quiet all morning. You cooking something up?
No, just running a couple of work things through my head, you know. And you, of course. Morning.
Morning. Coffee, I'm just about to make a pot.
Oh, thanks, yeah.
Good.
Doc? You want to know when you're getting your money back?
Oh, Bob.
I'll tell you what, call around to the peak of the afternoon, we'll discuss repayments and interest.
Look, just stop, would you? Look, I feel bad about the confusion.
Oh?
You needed help fast. I didn't think beyond handing over the cash. Suppose we figured we could sort the detail out.
Or maybe you thought that you could make a little profit off my misery.
I can't believe you said...
Well, what else am I supposed to think? When you changed the terms of the agreement after the fact.
You had a tongue in your head. You could have asked at the time. But you were happy to grab and go.
Do you really want to know how I feel, Huey? I'll tell you. I feel mugged. Worse, mugged by my family.
There.
None for me, thanks, honey.
Oh, well, don't work too hard.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
It's great when you get the magic back.
Actually, I'll skip the coffee, too.
What are you doing here?
I know you weren't the huggy type, but not even a nice to see you. It's been a while.
Oh, no, just surprised, that's all.
Mum was freaking out about the situation over in London, so I came back to Cork for a few months, keep her happy.
Oh, right, so you just thought you'd pop up and say hello, yeah?
Is that a problem?
Do you know what, Bezos?
I'm as surprised as you. How's London life treating you?
Great. I have a company now. We do promotional work. My own place in Richmond. Can't complain.
Ah. Sounds good.
Thought you'd be glad. And the Brennan Empire still taking over?
Yeah, we're doing pretty okay.
You fired me.
You fired yourself.
Oh, I missed this. The family harmony, the love and affection.
So tell me, how long are you going to stick around?
Depends. Want to catch up with friends, see Ruth. Well, I can't spend some time with her before I go back to London.
Yeah, well, she's spending the day with Melanie, so I'll be back to the house around 5. You can pop in and see her then.
Fine.
You know, a bit of notice would be nice. I could have sorted out your room for you.
Oh, I booked into the pod.
Oh, right, yeah. Too good for us now, eh?
I don't think you and me under the one roof is a smart idea.
Yeah, well, suit yourself. I've work to do.
Oh, you're kidding. Not another quiz.
According to me, Ma, you can't get enough of them.
That last one with Harmony on Zoom. Who thinks Leonardo DiCaprio painted the Mona Lisa, huh?
That girl is for the birds.
Does your man not want to go out with any of our pals? We've been on top of each other for months now.
She's doing it for you. She thinks you're working too hard.
But I'm not complaining. Well, it's great to be back on the beat. People like to see you coming, you know, smile and a wink. Makes their day.
Or frightens them to death.
We've kept going through all of this, right? Lifeline, that's what they're telling me.
You treating yourself?
Oh, rather from someone on the roof.
Aw, you have a fan.
Not by choice.
Oh?
I think she's a bit lonely.
She? Wait till Ma hears this.
It's not like that. It's delicate, okay? I'm trying to shut it down.
Giving her a smile and a wink, were you?
Don't be saying that. You'll land me in trouble.
Well, if I were you, I'd get rid of those chocolates before Ma sees them.
You know you didn't have to drop everything and come straight away.
Oh, you did me a favour.
Yeah.
Mum is obsessing over supermarket delivery slots. As for Clara, who knows what goes on in that man's head, if anything.
Well, you're looking fresh.
I wish I could say the same about you.
You being a hot shot in London, was that just for Paul?
You'd have been happy if I'd fallen on my face too.
Did I say that?
All right.
No, look, I'm glad you got away, made a go with things. Maybe I'll do the same.
Well, what are you waiting for? Paul to be a decent father?
Sure.
I mean, the way you played us off each other, it's a miracle we're even still speaking.
He spent the past few months pulling Vinos from the flames.
What, am I supposed to feel sorry?
It doesn't take much to trigger him, so it's best that we sort this by ourselves.
So, tell me about Ruth.
Schedule of repayments, the debt will be cleared in 18 months. Is that all right?
No. No. This is not how it's going to be. You guilt-tripping me because I didn't turn out to be a soft touch.
That's insulting.
This so-called misunderstanding.
Your fault.
Or maybe you hoped I'd be too embarrassed to ask for the money back and you could spend it on jewellery and fancy jackets.
I wondered when that would come up.
I don't care about your vanity.
Oh, no. That was all right when you could look down on me. But when things started looking well again for me, you didn't like that, did you?
You actually think I'm jealous of you?
Well, your timing is a little curious.
Or maybe I know your pattern by now, Bob.
Excuse me?
I haven't forgotten how you tried to get your feet under the bar the time I was trying to sell McCoy's.
Unbelievable. You were barely sober after yet another binge. Me and Renee were actually propping you up.
Oh, I get it, Bob. Family, right? Helping each other out. What's yours is mine. Except I've managed to hold on to me money while you run your business into the ground.
Please. Please.
Hey, you talk about feeling mugged. That makes two of us.
I left my keys behind when I walked out. Never thought I'd be back.
What time Melanie were here?
Hey, little sis. It's okay, Callum let me in. So, where's my hug? Are you too shy?
You lied.
Rue,
You promised I could visit you in London.
I'm sorry about that.
You promised that we would have fun.
I had to get my own flat first, and by the time I get everything sorted, I had to move back here for a while. Brought you a present.
What is it?
Bicycle. You can open it later. First, tell me what's going on.
Nothing.
I heard you got into trouble with Paul. That's usually my job. That little vein in his forehead start to pop.
Yeah.
You know, you can tell me anything. If anything's on your mind, you can tell me anything. Anything at all.
What's going on? You come home to interrogate my child, yeah?
No.
Let me guess. Callum's been filling your head with all that psycho babble, has he?
Let's not do this here.
You don't dictate to me what happened to my house, yeah?
Leave him alone.
Go to your room.
I want to stay here with Ocean.
Your room, now!
I hate you.
"18 months on, you're still an idiot."
And you still think you know everything?
What the hell is going on in here? Ruth's crying upstairs with Melanie.
Well, I should have known that you were involved. I'm running behind my back to bring him in, yeah?
Well, why wouldn't I? Ruth needs help.
Oh, would you wise up? Do you think the pair of you hyping her or putting ideas in her head is helping her?
They're already there.
You haven't a clue, son, do you?
I know she's used to losing people in her life. Mostly thanks to you.
What did you say?
Why wouldn't she worry that something terrible's coming around the corner to take someone else away?
Well, let's get one thing straight here. It was your choice to leave.
Wow. Rewriting history too.
Let's not do this again.
I rang you over a dozen times. You never rang me back once.
No?
I didn't even know if you were dead or alive. I had to wait for Nicola to tell me that you were back in the country.
Oh, so we could catch up over old times, like how you messed up my life.
Well, you're doing a pretty good job of that yourself.
I can't listen to this. No wonder Ruth's having problems.
What do you care about Ruth, huh? I mean, either of you, really. All you care about is moaning about yourself. But I'll tell you one thing, she'll turn out better than the both of you put together.
I'm gonna grab a coffee. We're wasting our time here.
Tell Ruth I'll be back.
You stay away.
No, I won't let you screw her up too.
Matt, you're not cutting my hair.
Who asked you? I want you to video me.
Now?
I'm on my lunch. You can edit this afternoon, and I'll send the links to clients.
Then wait for all the botch jobs to turn up at the salon. Yeah, slick move, man.
As if we need any more work. Anyway, I'm not cutting hair. I'll be talking self-care.
Oh.
You don't think that's important after all this?
Look, I hate to break it to you, man, but that's old news.
And tell that to the people who are carrying an extra pound or two after being stuck indoors, bad skin, feeling down. We're all suffering.
Well, speak for yourself.
I had a woman say the other day that she felt invisible to her other half. Now that's a danger sign.
Okay, go on, so what's your fix?
I want to put a spring back in everyone's step. It's not how you look, it's how you feel.
I don't know, it sounds a bit woolly to me, man.
Well, you'll see. A deep condition, an accessory or two can bring out the best in yourself. Have you heard from your dad today?
Nope.
We're having a quiz night tonight. He'll be made up.
Do you think it's hard on him?
Oh,
Huey, living with us.
free room and board, ready-made family. Hard, how?
Well, we're talking about him being single, around a couple.
What's all this about?
This morning I thought he might feel like a third wheel.
Why are you suddenly so interested in his feelings?
Well, we have been kind of touchy-feely. Could be reminding him of what he lost with Jackie, now that he's all alone.
Oh, you're going to have me in tears in a minute.
I'm surprised at you. I would have thought you'd be more concerned.
I don't know what it is that you're talking about. What do you really mean? What do you want us to do? Should we get divorced so that he can feel more comfortable in our home?
Would it hurt to tone it down in front of him?
Are you serious?
We have been very lucky.
I'm very aware of that.
Hughie's still vulnerable. I don't want him to feel excluded.
Well?
Just calm down.
You shouldn't have let Callum bring Oisin in.
He didn't tell me. And even if he had, what harm? Oisin's her brother. She's missed him so much.
If it wasn't for his choice of girlfriend, he would have stuck around.
Charlotte?
Yeah. She was messing around with Callum behind his back, but not the height.
Paul,
It's been no good for him, you know. But I saved him a ton of grief in the long run.
except now he doesn't talk to you anymore.
You don't think I regret the way we left things? I tried to make it up to him before he left, but he wouldn't listen.
So maybe try harder.
What's the point? The pair didn't square enough to me today. Like I never did anything right for the pair of them. Ruth as well.
That's not true.
She told me she hated me.
She was upset. Kids say stuff.
I mean, but what am I missing here? I mean, Colin's making out like she's traumatized.
She's not. But there is anxiety there, yeah. An imagination on overdrive.
Every time I told her, she says she's okay.
Well, maybe she doesn't want to worry you.
No, it's crazy.
She sees how hard you've worked to keep a roof over her head, Paul.
I took my eye off her, didn't I?
She'll be fine. She just needs some reassurance from her dad.
How are you? Hey, just came to see if you were still recording a video.
Well, I just finished now. I was ringing you, you weren't picking up.
I was back at the sorting office, just want to catch up on a few things. How'd it go?
Great, yeah. Well, that's natural.
I just told people it's a chance to experiment. You've still got it. It's just a question of bringing it out.
Oh yeah? How's that?
Me hair, Anto.
Oh yeah, it's really nice.
Do you think I sat down to breakfast like this?
The colour's lovely.
I didn't colour it.
Put the shovel down.
Do you even see me?
Wasn't I only thinking of you this afternoon? Look,
For me?
a little congrats for shooting the video.
Where do you find time to go to the shops?
Thanks very much, Andrew. They're lovely, yeah.
I'm sorry. Just, you know, I'm trying to cut down.
Yeah, well, we'll help you, won't we? Right, I'll take these home while you lock up, and we'll crack into these later.
And don't forget we're having a quiz night tonight.
Do you mind if I give it a miss? My head's just gone to mush. I just want to veg and watch the telly. All right.
Okay.
Chocolates.
Well,
He's probably giving the car a scrape again.
he hasn't.
Well, still, I keep an eye. You know, when he starts giving you things, he's done something wrong.
Tired?
Aye, a bit.
I hope you're not stretching yourself too much again with the charity work.
Oh, I'm feeling better already. Yeah, come here to me, you.
Stop it! Stop! There's Hughie! Let him! No, let me up! Let me up! No, let me up! We don't want him to feel too awkward. Hiya.
Hello.
You're just in time. I was just about to serve up. Go and give Ellie a 5-minute warning.
Right? Look, I don't want us to fall out over this. Things were said today that neither of us meant.
I did.
You seem to have forgotten the facts. If it wasn't for me, you'd have set fire to your own business. Become a criminal, Bob. Worse, you could have killed innocent people.
Hugh, you're not the hero in this.
No? but I'm your friend. I was then, and I still am.
I trusted you. Renee and I took you in off the street like a stray dog.
What did you say?
It's the truth.
You go to hell.
You know what? Renee is right. We should feel sorry for you.
Okay. Hey, you keep the money. It's not worth this.
Too late, Huey. You're going to get paid back every single cent. But you and I are done.
Done.
We live in the same house, but that's it.
It's fine by me.
Where's Huey gone?
No idea.
Sorry about earlier, darling. Me and Oisin got off on the wrong foot, huh? Listen, Ruth, you do know you're safe, don't you? Okay. I know the world seems crazy these days, you know, and there's a lot of scary news out there, but chances are none of these things are going to happen.
You don't know that.
Well, what I do know is that thinking about them too much is not good, all right?
Okay.
So, if you have got any questions about anything at all, or you feel scared about anything, you just go and talk to me, won't you? What's that, Jeff?
We squeeze, buddy.
Oh, yeah?
When you feel worried, you squeeze it like this and it makes you feel better.
Oh, that's good, isn't it?
It was a present off Oisin.
Hey, it's nice of him.
Glad he's back.
You work for Paul Brennan?
Who wants to know?
Oh, sorry. My name's Donald Marr.
Well, I'm not going to be beholden to you.
Look, I told you, you can pay it back when you've got it.
With you watching every single cent that I spend, no thanks.
You do look great for your age, love.
From your age?
Yeah, you know what I mean.
No, I don't.
I still don't understand why you're here.
I hurt a lot of people, Paul. As a dying man, I want to make amends.